Alright, so in this lecture, I am going to talk about alerts. So when you work with web applications, sometimes you suddenly see an window alerts like this. Maybe you type something and when you try to navigate to other page, you might get a pop-up saying you have unsaved changes. Something like that. You will encounter these kind of window alerts with your application. So how to handle these alerts with Selenium? So you might think that what is big deal in it? I can quickly grab object identifier for this OK button and I can click on it. Okay, but unfortunately this pop-up whatever you are seeing here is not HTML based. So that means it is not tied up to the web. So if it is not HTML, you will obviously will not get any properties to get XPath or CSS for these. Okay, try to right click. You will not get HTML window open because this is not the pop-up which comes from your HTML. These are JavaScript alerts. Okay, and Selenium by default cannot handle these. So that's the reason they have provided one mechanism where you can switch your existing driver to alerts and you can accept it. Okay, don't worry about it. I'm going to show what is that mechanism to handle these alerts. So firstly, let's navigate to this web page. This practice site is at rahulshettyacademy.com/automation practice. So you can hit this URL where you will land on this page. Here, if I enter Rahul in the edit box and if I select an alert, then I am getting alert with a message called hello Rahul, share this practice page and share your knowledge. So I want to verify whether this text is present or not in the pop-up and then I have to click on OK. That's the whole point of validating. So let's see how we can do that. I'll go back to my Eclipse. These two steps are common, right? For every test, you have to set Chrome driver path, or if you are working on Firefox driver, set your Gecko driver path, and then you have to initialize driver object. So driver dot get we will land on this URL. Thereafter, I have to enter a string into this edit box. So first I will declare that string here, string text equals to Rahul. Let's say this is the text string I want to enter in that edit box. So driver dot find, let's see what are the attributes available. This you can inspect because this is a HTML part. Okay, so you have ID, name, class. So ID is enough. We can use ID attribute because ID is always unique. So driver dot find element by dot ID. And what is that ID here? Name. Dot, if I want to enter something into edit box, then I have to send that keys. So what I have to send? So I want to enter Rahul in this edit box. So I will simply call this variable and I'll place it here because we are storing Rahul in this text variable. So when you give text, automatically the value present in this variable will be entered in that edit box, which is Rahul. Okay. So I am declaring that string on the top level so that I can use the variable name instead of writing string directly. All right. Next, I want to click on this alert button so that alert gets opened. Right, here also you have ID, which is great. So I will simply use alert button of that ID, or you can write CSS out of it as well. It's up to you. You know, right? You can also build CSS with ID. How can you do that? Attribute equals to value, that's it. So here ID is the attribute if you want to write CSS and name. Okay, that's it. So make sure you put everything in double quotes. click. If you want to write XPath, then slash slash. If you want to give tag name, it's optional. At the rate attribute at the rate ID equals to name will be your XPath. If CSS, you can skip it. Simply you can write attribute equals to value. Or if you want to use ID attribute, sorry, ID locator, then by dot ID of name. Anything works. I'm just showing you different ways of doing it. Nice. So this, sorry, alert button is your ID. So let me write it that. So this step will actually click on that alert button and you will see the pop-up like this. Now, you want to handle this pop-up, isn't it? You cannot directly click on OK using your existing method because you don't get an OK property here. When you try to spy, look at here, nothing gets activated here because this is a window one. So that's the reason in Selenium there is a method to actually switch to alerts. So right now this driver do not have any knowledge about alerts, but you can give the knowledge of alert to this driver by switch. You can say that switch your context from your driver browser to alert. Check here, alert is a method, right? If you give this, so the context will be switched from your browser to alert. So when you switch your context to alert, then Selenium gets a knowledge to see if there are any alerts present on your web page. Okay. After seeing an alert on the web page, if you want to click OK, that means if you want to accept the alert, because here you don't have any other option without simply accepting it. Okay, what all you can do with this alert is just to click on OK button, right? You don't have any cross icon or anything here to do manipulation. You just need to accept it. So to accept that alert, when you after switching to alert method, again say dot and you see that accept. This is a method which will help you to the accept any alerts present on your browser. So when you try to do without switching, browser will don't have knowledge on that. If you want to explicitly switch your driver to alert, then only browser will have knowledge on the alerts which are already open, and you can simply click on OK with a method called accept. Okay, that's it. So now when you run this test, it will enter hello in that edit box. Sorry, it enters Rahul in that edit box, and then it opens the alert and it simply accepts the alert by clicking the OK button. Okay. Now before you accept that alert, let's say you want to grab the text present on that alert. Okay, we also have a condition here that when you enter Rahul here, that Rahul word should come here. Okay, so if I enter Rahul Shetty and then select this alert, then you have to see hello Rahul Shetty, share this practice page. So you can also grab the text present on that alert. Let's see how can we do that. Driver dot switch again to the alert mode. After you switch to alert mode, then you have a method called get text. Okay, so you can, if you want to print it in the output, sys out control space. This is the shortcut. If you are not aware, I'm just telling you that if you want to print something in the output, you need not type system.out.println every time. Just type sys out and then select control and hit space, and the whole method will be displayed here. Alright, so here I am grabbing the text and I am trying to print in the output. So we have to see that hello Rahul, this is the practice page, and thereafter I am accepting that alert, which is nothing but I am clicking on OK. Perfect. So now let's run this test and see how does it behaves on your browser. So this is the way you can automate and accept any window alerts which you see on the screen by switching your driver browser to alert mode. So that's the key point here which you have to know. Okay. Okay, so it's on the practice page. It's trying to load the page. Perfect. You saw that the alert opened and it clicked on the accept. If you have not seen that, rewind your video and you can see that alert. And you can also see the text which is printing in the output that hello Rahul, share this practice page and share your knowledge. So this is the only way where you can get the text and accept the alert using Selenium. Now there is one more kind of alert here. Let me open my browser. Confirm. So when you select confirm button, sometimes you get something like this, OK and cancel. This is also one kind of window alert where you cannot spy and grab the objects. There are two type of JavaScript alerts. One is just to click on OK, you don't have any other option, and another is to have OK button and cancel button. This is another type of JavaScript alert. So how do you handle this? Now let's say I want to click on cancel. So same way what you have done for alert also applies for confirm. So let me explain you that. Firstly, select confirm button and then this is the ID, right? So using this ID, first I will click on that confirm button. Element by dot ID. So we need to trigger click event, so I'm using click method here. Now, so after you select this confirm button, you will get this pop-up. So again you have to switch your driver mode to alert, and if you want to click on cancel, then there is a method in alert class and that is dismiss. So basically if you want to click on OK, a positive note, then you have to use accept method. If you want to apply any negative mode like cancel, no, sometimes you might have yes and no here. Right now here there is a button called OK and cancel. For few of the pop-ups you will see something like yes and no. So if you want to cancel or if you want to click on no, which is a negativity scope, to handle that you have to use a method called dismiss. When you use dismiss, Selenium will intelligently try to find what is the negative scope out of this pop-up. If it is a cancel, it just cancel. If there is a button called yes and no, it clicks on no. But if you want to click on OK or if you want to click on yes, then positivity, right? That's a positivity side. For all the positivity side, you have to use accept method. Okay, which what we use in the previous test. Okay, in this case also OK is the positivity, and in the confirm button also OK is positivity. For all the OKs or yes, you can simply use accept. For cancels and no, you can use dismiss. So this is how you can handle, because unfortunately you don't have objects available here to handle with driver.findElement, right? So that's why Selenium have written a wrapper by using alert class, and you can handle using this alert class methods. Okay. So before I click on cancel, I do want to grab the text what is present on that alert, just to confirm that we have opened right alert in the text whatever we are seeing on the screen is correct. So same step I can reuse, because whenever you use this step, browser automatically searches for the existing alerts which are open and it will grab the text out of it. Okay, and it prints the text whatever it sees on the screen, and then this time instead of OK, it clicks on cancel because we are using dismiss method. Alright, so let's run this test and see. Okay, so you see that it had two pop-ups immediately, and now you go to your console and you see hello Rahul, share this practice page. which belongs to first alert, and next confirm. Hello, are you sure you want to confirm? Check out here. So execution was very quick, so you could not able to see, but if you rewind it and watch carefully, there are two pop-ups open, and Selenium successfully handled all these two pop-ups with the different methods available. Alright, so this is how you can handle alerts. There are another kind of pop-ups like window authentication pop-up. If you come across when you are working in network related websites, you will ask prompted to give username and password, which are not even web related. So those are different pop-ups, and that cannot be handled with these alerts. Okay, there is another mechanism where we use a tool called auto IT to handle them. Just don't worry about that now. I have already discussed about how to handle those pop-ups as well in my coming sections. So for now, mostly when you are dealing with web browser, these are the pop-ups you come across. Okay, when you try to move out of your page with unsaved changes, sometimes you get a pop-up that there are unsaved changes. So for all web applications, these kind of pop-ups are very common, and this is how you can handle it. And as I said, there are few more kind of pop-ups which I will be talking in my upcoming lectures. But don't worry, I have discussed each and every way to handle this. Alright. Okay. So quick thing before I wrap up this lecture, I'm just letting you know that there are hundreds of recruiters in my LinkedIn profile. So I know that most of you are already in my network, but if you have completed any course to 100%, make sure you post that certificate and just tag me, because when you tag me, automatically all my network followers can see this post because I am tagged. So every day I am getting requests from recruiters that can you give me the candidates with this experience. So I ask them to just go and check my profile, because there are people who tagged me by completing the course, and you can reach out them. So if you complete the course and if you think you are looking for a new job, just post the certificate and tag me. If I comment it like this, automatically all my profile viewers will be able to see this post, and who knows, you may get a call if there is a right requirement at that particular moment. It's just a tip, it's up to you. There is no mandatory to do this, but if you are looking for a job, as there are hundreds of recruiters in my network, I may help you in that way to show you the best job. Okay. Alright, so that's all about how to handle alerts on your web browser. See you in the next lecture with one more new topic. Thank you.